Thank you tonight to Franklin County. Mandatory evacuations already in place there as county leaders prepare for the possible storm surge in low-lying areas along the coast. News 13's Faith Graham is live in Franklin County with more on how they are preparing for Tropical Storm Nestor.
Amy, Jerry, I'm at St. George Island in Franklin County, which is expected to be one of the hardest hit areas of Tropical Storm Nestor. Now, since we last talked, the storm conditions have really picked up. I don't know if you can tell, but the wind is very intense coming at us from all directions. The waves are getting higher and the rain is also falling. Now, I just saw two swimmers get escorted out of the water. These are not swimming conditions by any means. The double red flags are flying. These swimmers thought that they could go out there and surf, but that is certainly not the case. Now, right now, we're looking at wave heights of 2 to 3 feet, but as the storm gets closer, that's expected to change. We're talking 6 to 8 feet in the next couple of hours. And after the storm passes, there's also an elevated risk of rip currents for the next few days, so you also have to keep an eye on that. We also need to pay attention to storm surge. That's expected to be around 2 to 5 feet in the coastal areas of Franklin County. It's also recommended that anyone living in these coastal areas or lower elevation moves to higher ground to stay safe from potential flooding as they ride out the storm. Right now, the only evacuation orders in place are for campgrounds. So if you live in a mobile home, it's recommended that you get to higher ground. They're also saying that Alligator Point Road could erode just because of storm surge and the wave action, so be careful in those areas. Now, also, when it comes to driving, you need to err on the side of caution. If you start to approach a flooded street, turn around and go the other way. When you're driving, you can't really tell how deep the floodwaters really are. The Sheriff's Office is also manning all bridges in Franklin County. If winds reach a sustained mile per hour of 45 miles an hour, they will shut down the bridges. So the biggest takeaway is err on the side of caution, stay at higher ground, avoid these coastal areas, and also the beaches are closed. Do not try to come down here. If you're a surfer, do not try to get in the water. We just watched the Sheriff's Office escort 2 surfers out of the water. Again, I'm live in St. George Island, Faith Graham for News 13, Panhandle Strong.